Alrighty, we have a single pole switch here that's all covered with paint. The switch is all covered with paint. Alrighty, so one thing they did do correctly is they put the ground wires together and went to the green screw in the back of the box. But what they didn't do is put a wire nut or a crimp sleeve on the ground wire. So I'm going to take it off the green screw here. Open it up. I'm going to go in with my pliers here and bring it down, and see how they just twisted the ground wires together? They did not put a wire nut or a crimp sleeve on them. So we're going to cut it off here, even with the other wire here. Okay, we're going to cut two pieces, one to go to the green screw and one to go to our switch. One's going to go to the green screw, and the other one is going to go onto our switch. Okay, so we're going to clip them so they're shorter, even with the shortest one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll put a red wire knot on them, and I'm going to hold the tails here so they stay together and they don't get loose inside the wire. Okay, there. And I'm going to pause. I have to go to the bathroom. Okay, so we'll put one tail around the green screw we put in the back of the box. Put it around the screw the direction that the screw turns. Close it around the screw tight. And we'll just tighten our green screw up, and we'll push our ground wires back into the back of the box so it's out of our way here. And we'll check our white wires, see how they did on our white wires. Oh, they did a nice job. The insulation's even on the bottom, the copper's even at the top. So let's put that back on there. Alright, so now we'll look at our switch, and we'll put our nice new switch in here. This is our single pole switch, 2 screws with a ground screw. As you can see, this switch is all painted up, covered with paint, and we don't want that. Now, a very good landlord with a very good reputation around town owns the building, so I'm glad to do this stuff for him. So we'll get our wires all straightened out. Take about an inch of insulation off of our wire here. Okay, so we'll put our wire around the screw the direction our screw turns. Make sure it's good and tight, and our copper's under the screw head all the way around. Here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a 110, 120 volt switch loop, or on a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. So we'll hook our other wire down here. Close the loop the direction the screw turns. There we go, that's how we want our wires around the screws. Okay, now we'll get our ground wire over here on our green screw. Make sure it's nice and tight. Our copper is under the screw head all the way around. Let's give it another turn here. And there we go. And now we'll push our device back into our box. Keeping our ground wire down at the bottom here so it doesn't touch something we don't want it to touch. Make sure our ground wires are staying away from everything here. Just push it down and back. Our screws aren't hitting any wires, so let's make sure the white wires are out of the way. And we are all set. So that is how to properly wire a single pole switch here in the country I was born in. Peace.